Hi, it's me JD and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing baby shower cards. I'm going to start off by stamping some elephants in some Copic friendly ink. Normally when I stamp and color, I like to stamp multiple images so I can pick the best one that came out right and then go with that one. It's like baking cookies, when you put the best ones out on a cookie jar and on display and then you end up eating the broken ones. I'm going to color outside of the lines here because I'm going to fussy cut these elephants out anyway. When I color with Copic markers, I like to go from light to medium to dark to medium to light. That's the method that I find that works best for me. And then I'm going to do the same for the hanger part of the mobile. I should probably mention that I'm making this a baby mobile. I'm just repeating the steps I used for the elephants and doing it for this hanger part. And the hanger part is actually like a slider die from Lawn Fawn. I'll run that through my die cutting machine, and I colored so much on the cardstock that the die cut is really hard to get out of there. Seriously, it's not coming out even when I poke it. It's so stuck in there. Now that I've got that piece out of there, I'm going to work on the string part of the mobile. And I'm just using some really cheap string from a local craft store. I'm going to take some double-sided tape and then adhere the string to the back of my elephant, and then peel off the backing so I can attach the whole thing to my card front. If it ever gets peeled. There we go. I want to have nails and a nice manicure when I make cards, but it's just not realistic with all the stuff we do with our hands. After getting all of the elephants attached, I'm going to work on the mobile hangery part. I don't know what you call that. But I'm going to prop that up with some foam tape to give this card some dimension and make it feel and look expensive when it really wasn't. And once I've got that peeled off, I'm just gonna hold the rest of the strings with my my hand as straight as I can, and then adhere the hanger part down so it also adheres all the strings as well. And then I'll use some scissors to just cut off the excess. My hanger needed a little handle, so I'm going to go back to that piece I colored earlier, and then I'm just going to cut off a little strip of paper that will match my hanger, and then I'll attach that with foam tape as well to make sure it's all even, and then I'll flip it over onto the back and just trim off the excess there too. Once I'm done with the baby mobile, I'll stamp my sentiment. It says, "Welcome, baby boy." This is a card for a baby boy, if it wasn't obvious. And then I'm going to add a little something extra to this card later. This next card is for a baby girl, and I'm going to start by doing some ink blending with one of my favorite stencils. It's a cloud stencil, and you can make your own cloud stencil out of some post-it paper or some scrap paper, but I find that having this cloud stencil really comes in handy, and it's so easily washable too. Now I'm going to use this whole die set to just make some baby clothes out of it. I ran it through my die cutting machine, and now that I have a bunch of little clothes die cuts to use. So this is funny. In my mind, I wanted the clothesline to be white, that was part of my sketch to have some contrast. And then I guess I got in a crafty focus because I put the adhesive on the wrong side. Whoops. Thankfully, I caught my mistake before I adhered it down. So I'm just going to take another die cut, and thankfully I cut out a bunch, so that one will go on correctly. Now it's time to hang my little baby clothes from the clothesline. Baby shower cards are always so cute to make. It almost makes me want another baby. Not really. Well, kind of. Well, in a way. Sort of. Maybe. But not yet. Or not at all. I don't know. I have 2 right now, so my hands are full, but I just don't know if they could be fuller, you know what I mean? Let me know down in the comments how many kids you have and why that number of kids works for you. Alright, I'm going to stamp my sentiment in some Distress Oxide ink to coordinate, and then I attach some pearls to my card as well as this little bow die cut, and this card is so cute and so precious, and it's finished. The next card will be a gender neutral card. And first, I'm going to trim off some craft cardstock as well as some gray cardstock. And then I ran the craft cardstock through a die cutting machine with a kind of like, I don't know what you call it. It kind of makes like a curved edge for my scene. So that's what I wanted. And then I'm going to use my Misty to stamp my hot air balloon twice in some really dark black pigment ink, and then I will use the coordinating like stamps that like help color in the hot air balloon, which is so genius because I don't want to color again. I want to add some bling to this card, so I'm going to do that through heat embossing. And this gold glitter heat embossing powder is one of my favorites. I always heat up the back first before going to the front, so the little glitter bits don't come flying off. And then I'll repeat the process for the other parts of the balloon. I'll stamp it in Versamark ink, and then I'll pour some powder over it and dust off or flick off any of the excess. And then I'll use my heat tool, which is already heated, to help melt that powder. And the result is just fabulous and blingy and shiny and pretty. And I'll do the same for my sentiment. The banner as well as the congratulations sentiment is from the same stamp set. And then I'm just going to stamp the rest of the hot air balloon in regular dye ink. Now I'll go to fussy cut my hot air balloon, which didn't take long because it's a nice and easy shape. Then I use some cloud die cuts just to help make my scene a little more scenerific. Yeah. And then I'll pop up my hot air balloon with some foam tape and put that right in the center. And I'll do the same for my congratulations banner. And this card is just about complete, except I wanted some more bling. So I broke out some more gems and I'm adhering them with some really strong adhesive. And this is always the fun part, isn't it? Adding gems always takes your card from 99-cent store to like papyrus level. And then for the first time, I'm going to stamp the inside of the card as well. And I hope you enjoyed all of the baby shower cards I made today. I hope they inspired you. A handmade card will definitely make your mom-to-be feel as special as possible. That does for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.